June 2026, San Antonio, Texas. Game 5 of the NBA Finals. 8 minutes and 21 seconds left on the clock. And the New York Knicks, down 10 points, are staring at another season slipping away. 53 years. That's how long this franchise has waited for a championship. One man has the ball in his hands. Jalen Brunson. A player scouts once measured at barely 6'2", in a league built for 7-footers, and called too small to ever lead a team this far. In the next 8 minutes, he will score 10 points by himself, then close the game on a 21-7 run that no one in that arena will forget. But this moment didn't start on this court, and it didn't start this season. It started years earlier, in an empty gym, with no cameras, no crowd, and no one watching. This is the story of how an unlikely champion used 7 ancient laws, without ever naming a single one of them, to get exactly here. Rewind to 2022. The New York Knicks needed a franchise point guard. Their new team president cleared enough salary cap room to make one aggressive offer to a restricted free agent playing for the Dallas Mavericks. 4 years, $104 million. The reaction around the league was not kind. National analysts called it an overpay, a reach, a gamble on an unproven, undersized guard who, at his listed height, was smaller than almost every starting point guard he'd be asked to outplay. Brunson had heard versions of this doubt his entire life. At Villanova University, he had already won 2 NCAA national championships and been named the best player in all of college basketball. But the NBA, everyone kept telling him, was a completely different mountain. The question followed him from Dallas to New York and refused to go away. Can a guard this size really be the #1 option on a championship roster in a league where size has always mattered? Year 1 with the Knicks, a playoff series win, the franchise's first in years. Year 2, an even deeper run. The team was climbing, and so was he, an all-star, named team captain, becoming the face of a franchise that hadn't tasted real success in decades. Then came 2025. The Knicks reached the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in 25 years, a genuine breakthrough, and then lost in 6 games, the dream ending 1 round short of the stage he wanted most. In the locker room, after that elimination, a reporter asked Brunson if he still believed in his head coach. "Is that a real question right now?" he replied. Some in the media called it overconfidence from a player who had just fallen short again. But it wasn't blind confidence, and it wasn't denial. It was a decision he had already made, quietly, long before that microphone was ever pushed in front of his face. That offseason, the Knicks rebuilt around him. Mikal Bridges and Josh Hart arrived by trade, and Karl Anthony Towns came over from Minnesota as the final piece. A new head coach, Mike Brown, took over that summer too. The 2025-26 season opened rocky. Struggles on the road, championship odds sliding, and murmurs that hiring a new coach on a team already this close had been a costly misstep. Injuries piled up. Brunson himself went down for stretches, then Towns, then key role players. For a team many had picked to win it all before the season even began, things looked fragile. And yet, through the noise, New York kept finding its footing. An NBA Cup championship in December, a steady climb to second place, in the entire Eastern Conference, proof the pieces still fit. By the time the playoffs began, one man was still standing at the center of every conversation about this team. The same player they had spent 4 years insisting was too small to carry a franchise this far. There's a deeper law at work underneath all of this, the law of mentalism, the Hermetic idea that everything begins as thought, mind before matter, long before it ever becomes visible to anyone else. Brunson has described his own mental process in 5 simple words. Me, alone in the gym. A private ritual repeated for years, the mind rehearsing the outcome, long before any crowd ever saw the result. Summer workouts nobody filmed. High school gyms after everyone else went home. Villanova practice courts. Empty Mavericks and Knicks facilities long after the lights should have been off. The championship existed in his mind first. Next, the law of correspondence. As within, so without, the principle that inner states and outer results are never separate. The discipline built alone, in silence, in an empty gym, is the exact same discipline that shows up on national television, in the 4th quarter of a championship game, under the brightest lights in the sport. The law of vibration says nothing in the universe truly rests. Everything is in motion, and momentum is a force you can either ride or get run over by. Watch how energy shifts inside a single basketball game. A team down 29 points can feel completely dead, the crowd silent, the outcome seemingly decided. Then one player raises the frequency in the building, and the entire arena feels the shift in real time. That's exactly what happened in Game 4 of these finals. A 29-point deficit, 81-52, and a change in energy so complete it helped swing the entire series toward New York. Now comes the law that defines this whole story: polarity. Everything has 2 poles on the same scale, and the very same quality can sit at either extreme, depending entirely on how it's used. Height. The exact same frame that scouts once flagged as a weakness became, in the right context, the very thing that made him almost impossible to guard. A lower center of gravity, elite footwork, total control of his own balance. What looked like a limitation from one angle was elite, specialized skill from another angle entirely. Nothing about the man himself ever changed. Only the frame the world chose to view him through did. The doubt itself became fuel. The exact same criticism that once questioned whether he belonged was the very thing driving him back into that gym. Alone, night after night for years. The law of rhythm. Everything moves in cycles, a pendulum swinging up, then down, then up again. And no low point in that cycle is ever permanent. Draft day questions in 2018, falling to the 2nd round. A breakout stretch in Dallas. A high-priced, criticized move to New York. A crushing conference finals loss in 2025. Each low, without exception, was followed by a higher high. Even within Game 5 itself, down 10 points with 8 minutes and 21 seconds left, was simply the bottom of a rhythm about to swing hard the other way. Cause and effect. Every effect has a traceable cause, and in this story, nothing that happened on that court happened by chance. The cause was planted years earlier, in 2022, the moment a franchise bet $104 million on a guard the entire league had labeled too small to be worth it. The cause kept getting reinforced every single morning that followed. Early workouts so relentless, they reportedly forced his own head coach to adjust his sleep schedule just to keep pace with him. The effect: a championship banner 4 years later that traces in a straight line back to a decision most people mocked the day it was made. Finally, the law of gender, the Hermetic idea of balance between the masculine and feminine principles in every act of creation, logic and instinct, strategy and adaptation, working together rather than against each other. Brunson's entire game is built on reading in real time. A defense's rotation, a mismatch, a split-second window that closes almost instantly, and reacting on pure instinct without ever losing the larger strategic plan. Discipline gave him the plan going into every game. Instinct gave him the answer whenever that plan inevitably broke down under pressure. In the end, both were required, and neither alone would have been enough. Back to Game 5. 8 minutes 21 seconds left. Knicks down 10. 53 years of waiting, compressed into one final stretch of game clock. Brunson scores. Then again. 10 straight points by himself, dragging New York back into a fight everyone assumed was already over. The doubt about his size never mattered in this stretch. Not once did it slow him down or change what he was able to do. The law of polarity, playing out in real time in front of the entire basketball world. The same frame, now completely unstoppable. A 21-7 run closes out the game. The Knicks take the lead, 90-88, with just over a minute left on the clock, and the building shaking. 45 points by the final buzzer, a new Knicks finals record. The scoreboard reads 94-90. New York wins the series, 4-1. First title since 1973. 53 years of heartbreak, decided in the closing minutes by a guard once labeled too small to ever be the guy. Unanimous Finals MVP. Every single media member with a vote for the trophy put his name on their ballot. No exceptions. In the chaos of the celebration, he finds one person first. His father, Rick Brunson, an assistant coach on this very Knicks roster. An embrace on that court, years and years in the making. Me alone in the gym, he had said. But he was never really alone. The cause, planted years earlier by people who believed in him before the rest of the world did, had finally met its effect. Weeks later, one more twist. The Knicks complete a rare championship double at the ESPYs, and Brunson's name, once again, sits right at the center of it. The player, who was supposedly too short to ever lead a champion, is now the player every front office in the league wishes they had signed first. Here's what this story actually proves, beyond the box score. The exact trait everyone points to as your weakness might be the very trait that makes you unstoppable the moment you stop arguing with it and start using it on purpose. Brunson never needed the doubt around him to disappear. He needed a different frame around the exact same facts and the discipline to keep showing up, alone, in the gym, long before anyone else believed what he already knew. That's polarity. That's mentalism. That's cause and effect. Not a theory in a book, but a championship banner now hanging permanently in Madison Square Garden. Now that you've seen how it worked for him, where are these same laws already moving in your own life right now? What are you calling a weakness today that might just be waiting for the right frame to become your greatest strength? Tell us in the comments. One thing people once said: you were too something to ever achieve. And if this story shifted anything in how you see your own situation, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. 7 Ancient Laws. 1 Unlikely Champion. Subscribe to the Kybalion effect and keep uncovering the hidden system behind the outcomes people like to call luck.